And so it ended. A tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid the world of the Godwoken. A new divine rose. A true heir to the Seven. More powerful than ever. And united Rivellon in its battle against the Void. All across the realm he was worshipped and adored. Humans, lizards, elves and dwarves all rallied to his banner. The Great Allegiance stood once more, but war raged on. With the aid of the Demon Divine and his vast demonic armies, the God King was pushed back into the very depths of the Void. But he was never truly defeated. Still, the new Divine was hailed as the greatest hero Rivellon had ever seen. Alas, harmony was not to last. The Demon Divine desired ever more power. The Demon Wars began. Rivellon was ravaged. The Divine held his ground, if barely. Desperate, the people pray for the rise of a new Godwoken once more. As for me, I was freed of the God King's terrible tyranny. I avoided an eternity of pain and suffering. Now I fight for the other side. Now I fight for the Divine.
The flaming hatchling bounces and cheeps out of sheer excitement.
Daddy! Daddy! Looky at me!
It takes you a moment to realize the egg you've been carrying has hatched at long last. The chick trills contentedly and flaps its tiny feathers in recognition of its proud parent. It seems you've got a new mouth to feed.
Daddy!
Malady stands tall and proud, sunlight sparkling off her mask. From here she looks almost angelic.
Well, here we are again. You, me, and the ship I've saved from ruin for your personal benefit. I'd say you owe me, but why state the obvious? Get an eyeful. I expect it's the last we'll see of each other for some time. You've unleashed a powerful evil on our realm, you know. There's no telling who'll survive it. There's evil you can trust, and there's evil you should do everything in your power to destroy. You obviously don't understand the difference. Never mind. What's done is done. I don't know where I went wrong with you, but it's too late now. You know, I had looked forward to something of a vacation. A bottle of something strong, a lover or 300. Now, it seems, I'll have to focus on preventing end times. Again, you'll pay for that.
All of this, Quercus, all of our struggle to save their stupid, bloody giant races, and this fool lets a demon infect the world. We didn't rescue your barren land from the great acorn to see it turned over to someone even worse than your damned people. I know, Quercus. I'm disappointed too. I thought we had found a true friend, but no. Come, we've lost our shield, but we still have each other.
So,
divinity is yours? Or does it belong to some other? Is there someone else in there? Well,
Tarquin looks like he's about to unleash a cutting remark for a moment, but he thinks better of it and offers a slight bow instead.
but of course you are.
Tarquin pauses. He adopts a thin smile, but cannot conceal the wariness in his eyes. His defenses are up.
I haven't decided yet. Perhaps I'll lay low for a while.
Oh, I was really rooting for you. You'd have been a really good... There is a matter I must attend to, however. My payment for all the stuff I've done for you. That'll be...
He taps his fingers and mouths silently while he counts, until he arrives at an acceptable figure.
1,300,000 dozen and 50 team gold pieces. Now pay up. Oh, yeah? What's that?
Han ponders your suggestion for...
You got it. But you better believe the bill for that will be...
I've never been fond of what the Divine stands for, but I must say, it's rather exciting to say I'm personally acquainted with one. Reform my ways. How adorable. No, I'm afraid I cannot escape who I am and what I've done.
Her eyes flick down to your mouth. She smiles coyly, then her mouth meets yours and devours you with predatory abandon. Somewhere in the recesses of your mind, you think you hear her voice sigh, "Mine." But then the kiss ends.
Something to remember me by, darling. Who knows? A nice cottage someplace quiet for Mahalia and I. A roaring fire and a feather bed. But a girl needs some fun, doesn't she?
I am here to serve, Master, in this realm and any other, for as long as I must. I am bidden to serve you, as promised once and promised eternal. And so, as all I am at the ready.
You look out to the endless beyond. The sun's light plays upon the waves, just as it always did. The sails flutter in the wind, just as they always will. And yet, something is different. You are different. And with a start, you realize where you must go.
I await but your word, Master. I cannot say whether the future... I am at the ready.
You look out to the endless... And with a start, you realize... War raged on. Vulnerable as it was to the machinations of the demons who infiltrated the houses, it took all the skills of the leaders of lizards to keep the Empire alive. When the truth of the Divine's betrayal was revealed, Justinia withdrew the dwarves from the fight against the demons. Isolated from the Alliance, the dwarves were ill-prepared when the demons attacked. Few survived. With Lucian gone, the elves reluctantly joined the Divine Alliance. Their place in the War on the Void would entirely depend on the integrity of the new Divine. When they learned of the Divine's deal with the demon, they gathered together, opened a portal, and left Rivellon forever. To where, no one knows. But sometimes the trees whisper a name, Nemesis. The elves may have made a terrible mistake.
One last Black Ring priestess survived the Void War. When the demons came, she fled into the wilderness, and there, after 39 days and 39 nights, she saw a man calling her name from another plane. His name, Damien. Young Han grew up a warrior and became one of the Alliance's greatest generals. But even he could not win the war. Almira and Mihaili settled in an abandoned homestead. The locals liked and respected Almira. She never wanted for help, and deals always fell to her favor. Outsiders were often suspicious, but no local would speak against her. With a new divine at the helm, Malady had a powerful ally, until the war with the demons began. Then, Malady the half-demon fell under suspicion from both sides. Having performed the greatest act of necromancy ever witnessed, Tarquin found the new Rivellon unchallenging. He became obsessed with a supposed new world on another plane of existence. One day he vanished and was never seen in Rivellon again. Ahu the wizard served the new divine with honor, wisdom, and an at times unnerving feline elegance. The undead priestess Gratiana remained in her sanctuary, happy to wait for the war to pass. She was troubled only by the silence of her goddess. Jehan, the demon hunter, found the demon wars deeply worrying, and also terribly good fun. Sahela herself led the elves out of Rivellon. The time had come for her people to set down their roots elsewhere. Tova, her mother, was Sahela's most trusted warrior. And then there was you. And you, the Red Prince, the Lizard Divine. What did you do with your power? What kind of divine were you as the world battled on? Did you show mercy or strength? Did you sacrifice others as Lucian had done? Did you regret becoming divine? Did you wish you'd surrendered the power that runs through your veins and sealed the veil? Did you regret your deal with the demon divine? Or was the price of power just something that had to be paid? Only you know the truth. Only you know if you atone for your sins.